Today, I just want to show you how to make a super quick, easy worksheet to add to your Google Classroom, and also how to add a text box that your students are not likely to accidentally move around, and it makes it really easy to type in. I know for me, sometimes if I put a text box in for students to type in, when they try to type in it, they move it around and it's hard for them. So the first thing I've done here is I've made my worksheet. I just put a background picture in there, put some shapes and text boxes, and I wrote what I want them to answer. I did go up here to the orientation, and it was in the middle. I put it so that it would be at the way top. So that looks the way I want it to look. I'm just going to go to File and Download. And I'm going to download it as a JPEG or a PNG image so that this whole thing becomes flat like a picture. So I already did that. I'm going to make a new slide presentation. And I'm going to make sure that my page set up, that it looks exactly the same as the slide I already did. That's really important when I'm applying a background image. I'm going to go to the slide, apply layout, and blank, just to make it easy for me. I'm going to click on background and go find my picture that I saved to my desktop. And once you've done this, you can absolutely delete it from your desktop so it's not just staying there. All right, so now I've entered that whole thing as the background. So you can see when my students go to look at it, they can't move any of that stuff around. It's just completely flat. Now, in the past, I've added text boxes the old-fashioned way. So I add my text box, and I want my students to know to type there. So I'll put type here. And then when they come in with their copy, they've got to delete that. Well, what happens is exactly what's happening with me. They end up moving that whole box around, and it's just kind of a mess. So I have a better way. I'm going to start a new slide and see how this box here says click to add text. This is kind of nifty. I'm going to resize that down to, here's about the size I think I want it. And then I'm going to copy that whole box. Then I'm going to come back to my original slide. And I'm going to paste that box 4 times. And actually, I'm going to resize it a little bit so they have a little more space to write. Make it the size I want. I like how Google Slides will actually give you a kind of a yardstick here to tell you when you're equal with the other ones. So now when I attach a copy of this, I make each student their own copy. When I attach this to an assignment in Google Classroom, when they go to answer, they just click and it puts their cursor right where it needs to be. They don't have to delete anything. They're really unlikely to move that box around, and they can just add their text right in there. Very simple, easy to do. Again, I just attach this to a Google Classroom assignment. I make sure to click the drop-down arrow that says make each student a copy so that they're not editing my